Hi, on behalf of Adobe Multimedia.com, we'll be learning today how to create a complicated logo. Right now on my screen, we can see the Sony Ericsson logo. It's really complicated, and one of our students has drawn this logo. It was like copy and pasting. There was a logo actually. You just trace it. So this is what we are going to learn today: how to make a similar kind of a logo. Through you will be able to learn so many tools that we'll be using actually. For example, if you see the logo, it has so many parts. There is a background, this one, and there is another that looks kind of a sphere thing, and there is another, the outer layer is gradient. There was a shape on the top of this. There were two shapes actually, and then we subtracted those shapes out of this gray color. So let us start. I'm just gonna take the ellipse tool, and then let me draw the circle. For example, if you have, let's say, green color or any other gradient color, how to pick the colors, for example, you just apply the gradient tool, and you just find out what kind of colors it has. For example, it has a gray color. I'm just gonna take the gray color here, click on the color panel option, keep the grayscale so that you'll have a variety of between the white and gray, dark black color actually. I just want to keep something like this, and then clicking on the gradient tool will activate it, and it looks like as if the gradient started from this point and it ends somewhere here actually. So what I can do is I just drag the line and drop it here, so it looks kind of something like a similar. In Adobe CS5, Illustrator CS5 software, you have ability to modify your gradient after applying onto your shape. You can move it easily, you can like scale it to the big or small size easily, you can do the things like make it squeeze a little bit, you can change the slider of the gradient easily by using the gradient tool. No need to go back to the gradient panel again, or no need to draw again and again the gradient. Having a same gradient, you can do so many things in it. You can, if you want to add some kind of another slider, you can just click here, and there we go, we have another color as well. You can change the color you do as you are playing around with the gradient panel actually. Let me undo this by pressing Ctrl Z. I think this is fine, and there are two shapes actually. We will be drawing those shapes. Let me take the pen tool. I just started from here. I'm gonna go faster a bit because we have a short time actually. Let me take the red color, or convert this to the stroke, and then draw it, and then here we have a shape. Another shape appears this way actually, and then if you're working with drawing a shape, you have keep in mind that you have to always hold the Ctrl and Z key so that you could just go backward easily, and these kind of things are usually used them frequently actually. So you have to keep your fingers on Ctrl and Z actually. Okay, here we go, we have two shapes there. I'm just gonna change their let me just lock these layers so that our work will not be distorted actually. And then we have these two shapes. I'm just dragging and dropping right here. Let me take the circle here first. Yeah, there was a mistake. It's not like having actual size. And then I'm just gonna drop it here, and then we have three shapes. Let me just fill these shapes with color red, for example, and then you select all of them by clicking on the window. Pathfinder is basically a tool or panel through which you can divide your objects. You can trim them easily. You want to like subtract these two red colors from the gray thing, you can do the things easily by clicking once on this key. Now it's gone, it's just a transparent thing. And then what else we have kind of a circle inside, and let me draw it like this. Activate the fill color, any color I just want to put as of now because time is shorter. So it appears like this. Just gonna drag and drop the things here. Let me right click, arrange, send to back. Send to back means you are sending the object in the backward of all the objects. If you want to send them the object one by one, you have a send backward command. So the shortcut key to send to back across all the objects, you have to just press shift control and left bracket key. And then we have kind of a greenish gradient color. You have to just pick those colors actually. Okay, just let me unlock and then rasterize it, so that we're gonna treat this as if it is a raster graphic. It's a bitmap image, so that nobody could do the cheating. It's gonna take some time because it is rasterizing along with the effects and everything. So we have this object. I'm just gonna select the color by using a color picker. I'm just gonna click on this once. I have to add this onto my swatch panel, and then I have this color, and then I have this thing, and then I have, actually it has variety of colors. Sometimes it gives you a hard time working with a gradient, but since we are going to learn something really creative, we can bear with these things. So I click here, and you can feel here like it gives you kind of a radial gradient. So I'm just gonna click on the gradient, the color are radial, and the first color that appears here is very light green actually. So I'm gonna click here, and then I just drag and drop that another color here, and again one by one, and the last one, instead of gray, I just want to replace it with the dark green color. So here we have the colors and everything is ready. I'm just gonna take the gradient tool. You can, if you want to modify the existing gradient, you can just do the things like easily. If you want to start again drawing from this scratch, you just take it to the empty area and then drag a line. For example, I just want to start my gradient colors from this point and end somewhere here. So what I have to do is I just start from this point and I have to end my gradient somewhere here. So almost give you something like a similar, or it really resembles with this color. And then we have kind of a sphere. I just draw another shape, and it has to have same size. For example, I'm just gonna drag and drop it here, and then it has to be on the backward of this thing. So why not to just take the grayish object and right click, arrange, bring to front. We are just going to bring in the object in the front of all the objects. Excuse me. And then one by one color we'll be picking from this box so that we could save them in swatch, and then again I have to click on this object and apply those swatches to the gradient so that it could have a same look and feel. Okay, right, deselect everything, take the color picker, click on this thing, and you have to keep in mind that where your the new swatch starts from. Actually, it started from this point, and then we have another color, we add it, and another, we have this color, looks almost same actually, and then we have this color, and then we have this and this. So it was actually there, so that's why it was like highlighted automatically. Anyways, we can just drag and drop it here. Okay, so just let me just take the shape, and then we will be selecting the gradient color, and then let me just take all of them out, just drag and drop them out from the panel. We'll remove the slider actually, and then we are selecting one by one, drag and drop, and then this one as well. The last one was a grayish dark green color. This one it was actually. I just do the things. We are done almost, and then we take the gradient tool again, and then we want to start our gradient and end somewhere here, for example. So in case if it doesn't look like similar, it means that we have to work around with these sliders in order to make it same as the one that we see. For example, just let me take, we can find here like the circle is not the white circle, the white thing is not really bigger, so we can just drag and drop toward the left side so that it's gonna be smaller. But this is not the case actually. I think we can like and now this light green and this dark green has like it just started next to the green color, so it seems like they don't have enough space. So we can do the things like this. We can move this green towards inside so that we have, right now we have almost a same resemblance. And then I'm just gonna drag and drop this thing here so that we will have a green color as well. It seems like this green and this dark green has like less distance. The more you have, the more distance you have, the smoother the gradient is. The lesser the distance, the sharper the edges are between the gradient color actually. So I'm just gonna drag and drop it here so that we can have a kind of a same shape, for example. And then here we go, yeah, almost same color, let's say. And then we have another circle that appears at the back of all the objects, as if it seems like. So we can draw another circle and then select it, right click and arrange send to back, and then click on this thing. We can change the gradient color. For example, just let me take the colors, this one, add it. See, if the color is already there, it's gonna give you the selection onto the same swatch. I mean, it duplicates automatically that which color it was there actually. So for example, let me undo this, and if I click on this color, it says this color is not actually saved in the gradient palette, in the swatch palette. If I click on this color, it says it is not actually saved. So if you click here, it's gonna add a new swatch here at the end. If I click somewhere here, and if the color already exists in the swatch palette, that color will be highlighted actually, okay? And then if it is not there, it will be added. So we just gonna select this circle and then apply again the gradient color, and then we just gonna remove all these gradient colors, and then one of them should be lighter, one of them should be darker, and then take the gradient, and as if it starts from here and ends here, I think. So we will be drawing again kind of the same thing. And if you want to move your gradient across your shape, you just drag and drop it here, and then at the end we have 3 small circles. They are white in color. You can press Ctrl+ to zoom in your object, your artwork. You can apply the green of the white color in it, and then drag and drop it here, and then make it smaller. Again, drag and drop and make it smaller. The thing is, for example, you just, if you want to drag and drop on, for example, you want to scale your object, and if this is the object, I just want to scale it, but I want to keep the proportion between the height and the width same, I have to hold the shift key. If I want to scale it from the middle point of my cursor, I have to hold the Alt key as well. So Alt key to start growing your object from the middle point of your cursor, shift key maintains the height and width proportion together. And this is how you can have a similar logo. Sometimes it looks same, it depends on how much time you are investing on your artwork. Thank you so much for watching us. Goodbye.